Yes, when you have the opponent on the ropes hurt, even if you're tired and fatigued, you got to keep on throwing punches. We can't have it any other way. Empress Ella G, you called me buddy. You got energy too. Just like we said on the other show we did. Talk to me. How are you?
Grand Rising, Brother Lance. I am well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm a little fatigued, but I'm up, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you. You woke me up early.
Bionic Pie. Welcome.
You woke me up early, Brother Lance. Guys, he hasn't even slept yet. I think Brother Lance slept for an hour.
No,
One
I
hour.
need rest. But there's sometimes when you feel it, right? You have to go along with it. Like I was saying earlier, there's good fatigue and there's bad fatigue, and this kind of fatigue is the bad fatigue. But in life, sometimes you have to fight through that. And I made a commitment, and I'm going to do it. And we had a wonderful show last night, or
Yes, indeed.
several hours ago. It went over quite well. I think we were clear in how we stood, but there'll always be naysayers. I just want to say we have several shows scheduled today. So notifications are not going to go out for that. So on Telegram and on Instagram and a couple of people on WhatsApp.
Right.
I may be forced to make another WhatsApp group to be able to share things out. But it'll be kind of closed in. It won't be open to the public. It'll be open for our family. That being said, I also want to say, like I ended off last night, that with the show that we're doing now and all shows and everything under the LanceScurv and Empress LG platform, we're I want you to sign up. I'm going to say this maybe like 4 times during this show. This show may not go for 4 hours, but trust me, I want to announce this, that with our email distribution, we need to have you sign up. Doesn't cost nothing. It's nothing to it. But in case they shut this channel down, we'll have a way of getting the content to you, because if they shut this channel down, we are still going on with shows on the site LanceScurv.com. And if you haven't done it already, I'm going to drop the link right now. Just put your email address in there, and I won't be sending you stuff every single day. It'll be once a week. And Monday is the day now that I send it out. Right. Monday, but I may change the day to something else, but Monday is fine. You'll get everything that we did the prior week. I may put it back on Sunday when a lot of people are still home and can actually read it. You get work chances off. You do a Monday through Friday job, and it's like it'll slip away from you. So I'm probably going to move that back to a Sunday or later on Sunday on the East Coast time, because East Coast time is what I honor no matter where I am on the planet. But if you sign up there, put your email address in there, so that, like I said, if the channel shut down, the work goes on, but you may not know where to find me. This is a way of staying connected. And again, email address, it doesn't cost you anything, and it is what it is. Yeah, it went in there, right? There it is. Just click on that link. Okay. And of course, as always,
always.
The show starts, and I know who that is. And brother, after this show, we'll give you an exclusive show. Okay, so that way it won't be where, and I don't have my phone connected up to everything. You're going to have to get the link. Okay, so calling is not going to get you on the show right now. We have to talk about this, and we were going to have another more lighthearted show, but this is okay. I kind of swung at myself where I decided, well, this is, Empress LG trusts me on her platform to do the right thing. And I saw certain angles in this, and it's not like every show I do is a show to portray the black man as a rapist. No, but we dissect certain things, okay? Right. Certain information that I have through hearsay in person when I was in Florida that kind of speaks against them. But these things need to be told. I'm going to know what's inside of my heart. I will let you know that, well, this is something that I know. This is something that I heard in a very convincing fashion through people across the board. We'll get to that, okay?
In the meantime,
go ahead, my sister.
I just don't want you to go too far down the road like last night and I not say hello to everyone.
Just a little 20 minutes on it and we'll move on. I'm not going to go in like that. There'll be people later on. We can touch those things in more exclusive shows and lump things in. But it's not the same set of circumstances, okay? I don't know if I should read something for the sake of the replay, but maybe I will read a couple of maybe 4 paragraphs of this just to get an idea where we're at. And this is an article that I pulled up that was printed yesterday, okay? This is the 20th of October. October? God, dog.
What the hell?
Sorry. You know what? I got some things that I want to do in October, and I have a 5-track, at least a 5-track mind, where if I'm using one track talking to you, there's 4 other things going on in the background, like background apps on the phone. My mind is really like out there, really out there. That's why I can get so much done and not sweat, because I was doing stuff up to the minute distribution. I love it. I mean, what's the use of having a Lamborghini? A Lamborghini, you never take it to the track and rev it up and show what it got under the hood. I'm not going to get a Lamborghini to just drive in a slow lane. I'm not a speedster. But I want to go safe and feel that thing that I have.
Listen. Right? Yesterday, I thought it was Friday, right?
It is Friday now.
Today, I know it's Friday, and you think it's October. So what the heck is going on?
Exactly.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
I guess we don't understand that. Like I said before, I'm not taking calls right now. Maybe you're not hearing that. So the phone right now will be shut down. Okay.
So family, you see Brother Lance putting your names up on the screen there. That's his way of saying Grand Rising to everyone that's in the chat. So,
and you have your way of doing it too.
I have my way, but we might have to preempt this one again today because they're filing in real fast. So, but Grand Rising to everyone that's coming into the chat, much love and appreciation to every single one of you. Thank you for being here.
But you know what? Romy Rome in the house. Yes.
Romy Rome.
It's almost like, by you doing that, they get disappointed.
Okay, so let me do it then. Let me do
it this way. It's almost like you're passionately in love with someone. I don't mean just passionate, sensuous, carnal, but passionate where you really love them, right? And they say to you, "I really love you. Your heart belongs to me. I commit my life to you, and I really, really, really love you." And you look them cold in the face and go, "Ditto." So for you to say everybody, they want to hear their name. Say my name.
If I ever listen, let me just say this right now. If I ever hear "ditto" again. Anyway,
you making love to somebody and you say, "Oh my God, I'm there, I'm coming," and they get
ditto. I'll be hurting somebody if I hear ditto.
Ditto. Oh, yeah, that's
exactly.
That's what I was on you. You about ditto.
Ditto. To the hell. What?
Tell me.
Shoot, you better tell me. Anyways, Grand Rising. Hello, everyone. Hi, Eric Days. How you doing? It's so funny. We have so many Erics coming in, and I recognize Eric Days, right? But last night when we had all these Erics that were just pissing you off to no end, I was like, oh my God, I hope it's not him.
Yeah, right. We didn't know which one to deal with.
I didn't know who it was, but anyways, good to see you. Hi, Eileen. How are you? Hi, Ruth. Grand Rising, Yvonne. How are you this morning? This rising. Hi, Indigo King. Good to see you. Pelagi. Good to see you, my brother. Hi, Sunkissed. How are you? And we have two Melissas. Hi, Melissa. What is it? Molekoa? I hope I pronounced that right and didn't jack up your name. Grand Rising, sis. Grand Rising, Melissa Grant. Good to see you. Hi, Bionic Pie. Hey. Oh, your first live. Awesome. I hope you enjoy it. Yes. Hi, Eric. Eric the man. You know who you are. No last name needed. How you doing? Hi, Julie. Grand Rising, London. Good to see you. Romy Rome, how you doing? You fell out last night. Well, hey, we won't fault you. You had an early morning. Let me see. Who else is here? We Life. Manners and respect, my brother. Good to see you. Let me go back. Hi, Malaja. Good to see you. Hi. Tina, greetings and Grand Rising. Michael, Grand Rising to you. Good to see you all. Wow. We're like ships passing. I know. Because I think what country are you in, Tina? I saw you write some stuff that made it look like you're in a country that's several hours away from me. Eric, listen. I know who you are. That's why I said no last name needed. Okay? I know the Eric I'm speaking about. Romy, you need to stop. You need to behave yourself. Oh, you're in the UK. Okay, nice. Hi,
Well, Lord,
Prince Wilkie. Good to see you. Jamaica and the house. Yes, my dear. Yes, 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 Prince. All right, let me stop. Because
oh, I was just tearing up some porridge over here while you were doing it. See,
oh,
so
really?
I
What kind of porridge? What did Mrs. Scurv make this morning?
put some flaxseed oil, some flaxseed in there, and
Uh-huh.
whatever else. I never ask.
Oh,
As long
wow.
as I'm
Sounds
alive after I
nice.
eat it, I'm good.
Hi, Mr. Superman Heru. Hi, Queen Murat. Good to see you. Big up yourself, my sister. What you say? Um, yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Let's buckle up our seatbelts. We're not going to take too long on this particular one because
No,
we
we're
had
not.
we
Yeah.
spoke about last night on Brother
Oh,
Polite.
I have
You
to
know,
say, Mrs. Murder, Grand Rising. I know
murder.
you,
Yes.
yeah, Grand Rising, my sister. How are you? Yes.
Wow. This is awesome. The Bright Star 13. See, as soon as
Oh,
we
my
start
sister
talking,
came in. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Hi, Bright
uh,
Star. I
mhm.
know, I know, I know. Grand
And
Rising, Grand
I
Rising.
might look away. So as new people filing, I may miss putting them up there. 'Cause I'm not going to hit everybody because of that. Because when we
Can I hit it? Like if I can I hit
yeah,
it? Oh
sure.
my God, what the hell?
I mean, women don't talk that way. I mean, like that makes it seem like if we were involved, like, can I hit it? It's like you got a strap on for me. No, I don't. I know people like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, you see, I'm gonna make you start that comedy night tonight, regardless
No, I
of what
know.
that
Yeah,
banner
it doesn't
says.
take much, right?
I don't care
Mm.
what the banner says; it's gonna happen.
You'll make me spit up my water for real. It doesn't take much to entice me. Carol Williams, the sugar B.
Okay, let me see
Yeah.
if I can do it. Hang on a second. Hold on.
Oh, you did
Oh
it.
yes, I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Okay, okay.
So
And then I just hit hide, and it comes off, right?
well, if you hit the other one behind it, like it'll push that one out. You just have to hit the next one and it'll take
Okay,
its place.
okay, okay,
You
okay.
see what I mean? So yeah, we good. See,
Yeah.
you got more power
Oh.
than you thought you had. You
Listen,
running things.
every day more and more. Every day more and more. Yes. Yes. All right. Oh, Xavier, hello. Hello.
You're Lieutenant Uhura. But see, Lieutenant Uhura is a lot smaller than Captain Kirk. So, he was around chasing alien universal tail across the universe. And she's
Mm.
running things. Her and Mr. Spock, they can run things.
Yeah.
And Stu
Yes.
and Scotty and Bones, they don't need Captain
Yes.
Kirk. See, so, you see, this is the concept, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this is on the righteous level. We'll get into it. Bottom line is that any righteous man
Mm-hmm.
in a hierarchy, right, that may hold a semblance of power while he's there. He's
Mm-hmm.
looked at it as he's the one running things or whatever. And it takes his ego out of it. It's very important for him to know that he needs to build that system so strong. Let's just take a father in a
Mm-hmm.
family, whether the family is extended or some people across town or whatever. He has to make that family unit so strong, right, that
Mm-hmm.
if he is removed from it, in unfortunate circumstances or whatever circumstances would remove that he has to have the confidence to know that it's going to go on without him. If you're a righteous man, if you're a not so righteous, egotistical, narcissistic father, you'll sit up there and say, you know what? You all screwed if I die. You all are screwed if I walk away. This thing ain't going to last. What righteous man would want to have something like that to say? I would love to know that even if my voice is not there in a current level, that this thing goes on. That whatever costs are there to keep things running between you and Mr. Scurv or whatever have coming in or whatever, just whatever, like just that'll be. I don't want no tombstone, no piece of concrete with a name carved in there. This is my living representation of the life that I've lived. I
Right.
like to keep that going because some people transition, stuff crashes.
Right.
So for
Right.
me, that's all I ask. If it was split up between, nobody had anything or whatever have you, everybody put $1 in and say, well, each year to keep this going, it costs X amount of money. And
Right.
just keep it
Right.
going,
Right. Right.
share it,
Exactly.
learn from it, whatever,
Yeah.
down to this. Because this is, I'm putting my life force into this bad boy, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not an ego
Mm-hmm.
thing, and for my children, for them to know me that even though they're grown, but they're not grown like a 50-year-old. So maybe there are things that I've said that they wouldn't understand until they get to that junction point in life. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. 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 Right.
And for those who can get something out of it, let's roll that way. For me, that's the real deal of a legacy. to leave.
Right.
And even if that didn't happen, even if everything crashed and the internet crashed, energy is transferred from one person to another or from one people to many people. Hopefully I affected you in some kind of positive way. Let me just answer this door for a second. Just keep it talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me see. Who came in? Sister Sanovia. Hello, my dear. How are you? Who else is here? I'll say hi until Carol, thank you. Listen, let me tell you something. that listen. Yes. Who else is here? I think that's it. But Romy, why is he crying? I don't know why he's crying, but he better suck it up. Suck it up. Hi, Yolanda. How are you? JE is here. Um, thank you, my sister. How are you? Good to see you. Sorry about that, guys. Brother Lance just left me to ad lib, and I don't know how many of you know me, but even though this is my show, he's my perpetual guest, and so ad lib is not my forte. I don't do ad lib very well, so I hope he hurries and come back. It's good to see you too. I'm so glad that you're all here. Let's see, the cycle of life. You're back. Oh gosh, thank you.
Wow. Yes.
You can't leave me alone like this.
You leave me now.
No. Don't leave
Biggest
me.
part of me.
Don't leave me. Azula. Good to see you. Honey Johnson. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
Johnson. Yes. And that's one thing. I'm not arrogant, but I do know that we have a wonderful chemistry. Thank you, Eric Days. But I know we flow.
We do. Yes.
And that can spread, when I sung that song, it reminded me of this white guy I used to go to school with. The song was back when, in the 70s or something like that. Mm-hmm. But he was crude. I'm sorry to say crude jokes early. And he said, well, if I chop off my COCK, because black brothers say the DICK word. Right. If I chop off my COCK, that's the song that I'll be singing. I'm like, you're sick. If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. I'm like, every time I hear that song, I don't know where this man is. I think of him in his COCK, no homo, but he said that, and I actually spit up
whatever you had in your mouth.
The applesauce, and I spit it up, and I spit it up so hard, some came out of my left nostril. I will never forget that joke. If you leave me now, how did he come up with that? That's what I say if they chop off my COCK. And I told him after that last, you're dreaming. How do you know? I saw you peeing the other day. I wasn't looking, but
Oh God, help us.
Then as men, as young men, we started making like jokes about private parts and whatnot. So I was always a comedian back then. So I told him, I said, listen, your thing is so small that you can pull your zipper up and get it caught in the zipper and not feel no pain. He's like, oh, you messed up. The Bright Star.
I know. The Bright Star. Listen, Lance messes up every damn song. You'll never sing a
You're the only guy that his thing is so small that when you go to the bathroom, you can't find it. So you have to keep your pants on and urinate a little bit to see where the spot is, the wet spot, and then you can find it. Oh, you're messing me up.
Stop it.
You're not going to be bored around me, all right?
No,
you're not going to be bored around me.
No. Hi, Khadija. Khadija just came in, and Reese. Hello, Reese. Good to see you. Listen, our diehards are here, Lance. Come on, we got to get this show going. Our diehards are here, and I'm so appreciative of them.
Right. But the white guys, they say cack, like cack. Like it's something wet and nasty. Like, come on already.
I don't see what Miss Murder says. The way you say it.
COCK, right? It's like, oh, it's so violating, like it's something bad. I mean, like it ain't nothing good to me, but I'm just saying, I think my thing is very precious to me. It's giving me lots of pleasure, and it keeps me from wetting on myself, right? So we're gonna move on, right? So, unlike last night, we just happened to speak about that, and this is in no relation or really not the same situation, okay?
Right.
The whole R. Kelly thing, and we're not going to stay too long on this. We're going to move on to other things, but this was the initial thing that I think we should have put up because it's a current thing. So I'm just going to read a couple of, I wanted to find a video to play, but there was nothing I found immediately. I should have had that lined up, but again, I didn't even have 1 hour of sleep. I don't think I slept at all from.
Plus, this was not our intention. Our initial show this morning was going to be what do you call it? The prequel to tonight's show. If
No, we gonna do it because
all right.
I'm in trooper mode now.
All right.
I just got the phone. I'm gonna put it out there. We got no, tonight's not Beatrice, right? Tonight's not Beatrice. It's Saturday, right? I think it's Saturday.
You see, you're messing up.
I'm messing up, but if she is there, we will squeeze her right on in.
Okay.
For sure, we're gonna do comedy night tonight. I'm probably gonna record a monologue. I haven't done one of those in a long time, just like emptying out my brains and talking crazy and hearing it like a mental roller coaster ride.
Right.
And we're gonna have for sure Sister Danina.
Yay.
You see what I mean? I got to phone her, so she said, "I'm ready when you are, Lance." I said, okay, after this show, I'm going to call you. We're going to talk some more details because we have great conversations anyway.
Right.
But I have to make a run out. And I come back, then we'll ascertain what time it is, and we'll roll with that. But I'll do it in a way where once we agree, it's not like, okay, let's go live. Everybody's caught by shock. Maybe an hour before, I'll make the link and put it out there and promote it. And you'll know an hour before we go live that Danina's coming on. And
right. It's going to be today, Melissa, but like Brother Lance just said, he'll let us know exactly when.
Like 5 or 6 hours from now, possibly. After the show is over, round it up there. And
thank you, Bionic Pie. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy this particular channel.
Yes, again, for those who hit the link for the email updates, know that it's not an alert for a live show. It's going to be, those updates that we put out from shows the prior week. So if you miss us altogether, if I get cut off from YouTube and their universe, you'll still be a way to get the work because we're still going to do live shows on the other platform, and it will be on LanceScurv.com under the live stream section. So that will be every day there under a different platform. So they will not stop anything. I got everything ready. I got my food. I got my water. I got my weaponry. I got everything. I got my matches. You know what I mean? I got it. The candles. I'm ready for
your flint.
Exactly. Exactly. We ready for that.
Ready for fire.
And thank you so much, Tina. We always shoot from the hip. It is what it is. And we're going to put, I've committed myself even more so.
Right.
Like I was on my way out here to Africa. Let me settle down a little bit. We'll be putting more work out there. And there will be days when there are power outages. There will be days where I may have something to do with the major things that we're doing. We may have to pre-record a show like this, but we're going to be live. I promise I'm going to rock the lives. I'm going to have YouTube call me like, God, dog, you slow it down, dude. You know what I mean? You're annoying like cat, so move forward with this, and I'm going to read off these few just
read. Yes, go ahead.
Just a few. Okay, this is from the Richmond Free Press. I like the way they wrote the article out, plain and simple. The other ones were like too complicated. Most people know him for "I Believe I Can Fly," the 1996 hit. God, dog, was that long ago?
I know.
An inspirational anthem played at school graduations, weddings, and in advertisements, or possibly for a stinging parody by comedian David Chappelle. But starting this week, what prosecutors say was a not so was a not so secret dark side. I'm allowed to make verbal typos. You're annoying my cat. Anyway, side of R&B superstar R. Kelly will be presented in lurid detail for a jury in New York City. The federal trial comes after years of frustration among women who say that they were sexually abused by the 54-year-old singer, who vehemently denies any wrongdoing. If the trial brings some satisfaction to women who say they were victims of Mr. Kelly's alleged depravity, there's also a feeling of too little, too late, said Jim DeRogatis, a music writer and college professor, who authored a book on Mr. Kelly called Soulless, The Case Against R. Kelly. Thousands of people, he said, knew about his behavior for decades. The question is, why didn't anyone notice? Writer Mickey Kendall said in the documentary series, Surviving R. Kelly. The answer is that we all noticed. No one cared because we were Black girls. Opening statements were scheduled for Wednesday, August 18th, before a jury made up of 7 men and 5 women. The trial, coming after several delays due mostly to the pandemic, will unfold under coronavirus precautions, restricting the media and the public to overflow courtrooms with video feeds. Even before Mr. Kelly beat a narrowly constructed child pornography case in Chicago in 2008, with one alleged victim in a home video that a jury found unpersuasive, his alleged perversions were part of pop culture. In 2003, The Chappelle Show aired a mock music video which starred Mr. Chappelle as R. Kelly performing a song about an allegation that he urinated on an underage girl. But after the acquittal, Mr. Kelly's life went on as before. He continued touring and recording, including a 2013 duet with Lady Gaga titled Do What You Want. Him singing that does not do what you want.
No.
You know, and Lady Gaga, you know, that brings to mind the white boy and what he called his organ, gag, gaga, on my cack, you know. With the dawn of the Me Too era, Mr. Kelly came under renewed media scrutiny, fueled by the widely watched Surviving R. Kelly. The work in part delves into how supporters protected Mr. Kelly and silenced his victims for decades, foreshadowing a federal racketeering conspiracy case that landed Mr. Kelly in jail in 2019. He initially was behind bars in Chicago before being transferred to New York in June. The New York case is only part of the legal peril facing the singer, born Robert Sylvester Kelly. He also has pleaded not guilty to sex-related charges in Illinois and Minnesota. Boy, he gets around. Mr. Kelly already was feeling a cultural shift backlash in 2018 when the Women of Color branch of Time's Up publicly supported Mute R. Kelly movement, a social media campaign meant to turn up the heat for his record label to drop him. His camp responded with a statement describing his treatment as a lynching of a Black man who respected women. Soon it will become clear Mr. Kelly is the target of a greedy, conscious, and malicious conspiracy to demean him, his family, and the women with whom he spends his time, the statement said. It was a reaction that can become the crux of the defense at the trial of the Grammy-winning multi-platinum selling singer. Some of his lawyers have said Mr. Kelly's alleged victims were groupies who only started accusing him of abuse years later because of the Me Too movement. Prosecutors paint a different picture, detailing how an enterprise of managers, bodyguards, and other employees helped Mr. Kelly recruit and transport women and girls for sex. The travel violated the Mann Act, the 1910 law that made it illegal to transport any woman or girl across state lines for any immoral purpose. The same law that sent rock legend Chuck Berry to prison in 1959. Prosecutors in Brooklyn have lined up multiple female accusers, mostly identified in court papers as Jane Does, and cooperating former associates who have never spoken publicly before about their experiences with Mr. Kelly. When the women and girls arrived at the lodging, a member of Mr. Kelly's entourage, this is important to listen to, would provide them with instructions prohibiting them from interacting with each other. Prosecutors said in court papers, at the concerts, they were positioned so that Mr. Kelly could see them from stage. Mr. Kelly had rules barring partners from leaving their room to eat or to go to the bathroom without receiving his permission and from looking at other men. He told them how they should address and require them, they should dress and require them how to call him daddy. The breadth of the latest investigation also brings a new twist that sets it apart from the other signature Me Too era cases like those of Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Prosecutors say that there will be new evidence about at least 2 underage John Doe victims. Whoa. The documents say Mr. Kelly also groomed 2 teenage boys, including a 17-year-old he met at a local McDonald's in late 2016.
Oh,
Thereafter,
my God.
Kelly invited John Doe number 1 to his studio under the guise of helping and mentoring John Doe number 1 with his musical aspirations, the papers state. Kelly also asked John Doe number 1 what he was willing to do to succeed in the music business and clarified that he wanted John Doe number 1 to engage in sexual contact with Kelly. Mr. Kelly developed a sexual relationship with another boy he met as a teen, the papers state. He later paid for the victim to have sex with some of his girlfriends, sometimes filming the encounters, they state. I believe some of what's going on to come out will shock people, Mr. DeRogatis said. That's it. I was just reading a little bit, but they kept getting juicy. And I'm like, I got to keep, and I'm reading an article, like I said, it's from the RichmondFreePress.com, the RichmondFreePress.com. What I'm going to do is drop this link. So if anybody thinks that I'm saying these things personally out of my mouth, no, I'm saying this because this is in the printed word that is supposed to have some integrity. Right. It's out there like that. So there it is. Okay, there's the link right there. I'll even put it in there again so people hearing this that may miss it can click on it and read the exact words that I read. It wasn't me saying it. But I do have some things that I want to say and add into it. But I know you want to say something on what you just heard, and Priscilla G. So let's hear your side of what you heard so far.
My side of what I heard so far. Well, I don't know too much about R. Kelly. I mean, I've followed him. I've listened to his songs and they're beautiful. And it's kind of messed up because you still want to sing his songs because, they're good. But at the same time, you don't want to sing his song because you don't want to see him as if, you don't recognize what he did and, the effects he's having on a lot of women. Now, someone made a comment here that the older women, the accusations I feel from some of the older women, they might be questionable, but it's the young children, it's the young girls that I'm concerned about. You know what I mean? What is it about you that makes you want to have young girls in your coffers? I don't know. I don't have a good word for that. Why do you allegedly. Everything is allegedly up in this place. And we should have put allegedly up on this one too. It's all alleged, but what is it about you? I mean, even from Aaliyah, when we found out that she was so young, but at the same time, I don't know, allegedly again, if some of these parents are not pushing their young girls off on these men,
That's what I heard. I'm not in a position to say that's what it is.
Right. Allegedly again,
Yeah. Allegedly. We say that word all the time, but I'm just saying that that's what it is, allegedly. And on that side, I can't rule that out. That some knew and didn't really care. It's like,
because there was money changing hands, but people are desperate. Yeah. People are desperate for money. What's so hard to imagine? What's so hard to imagine that they would do something like that? And his lifestyle, let's just be real, whether it's deviant, to most of us or not, it's not, something so far-fetched. A lot of people live that way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people.
We know. And most don't get busted. Most
exactly.
Don't get busted. How many? And I won't even ask. I will say that most, I don't know whether it's 75%, which is 3 out of 4, or whether it's 66.66%, which is 2 out of 3, but it ain't 50%.
Right.
Maybe not this way, but I will say, and I want everybody to, in the comment section, give a percentage out of 100% of our Black sisters. How many of them do you think were sexually violated from something that would be milder than getting smacked in the face, beat up, whatever? I don't care if a man touches your breast or brushes by your backside. When he has that heart and intention, that is a violation.
Right.
Like I said before, I have been in a supermarket and there have been grown women who have some serious double D's walking down the aisle and we have to squeeze by each other. I'm trying to avoid that titty at all costs because I don't want them thinking I'm trying to push up on them.
Right.
And if they brush me and my back is turned and they brush me by mistake, I'm still apologize. Like, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. I don't want you that I'm trying to come at you that way. But for a show of hands, what do you think is the percentage of our Black sisters who have been violated from, and it's never mild, okay, but from something that may not be where you end up slit and dead in the alleyway or something as light as a touch? That's a violation. So we're not trying to say what the severity is. How many of our sisters in their lifetime have been sexually violated where it may not have been intercourse, but touched anything? 70%, 80%, 90%. I would say personally closer to 90% because there's a whole lot that's not talking, right?
True.
You have a right to put your percentage down. And for the sake of the replay, this will be very interesting to see what people think.
This is interesting,
Yeah, because we all have our points of view. And I'm closer to 90% from something very mild. Now, if we said pull back from that, where it's a situation where a youngster was groomed and manipulated into that, that's a little lighter than a brush of a breast.
Right.
Which is just as serious if you have that mindset.
Exactly.
I physically stay away from young girls. I see through when I worked in prison and jail, how many people were framed and or how many people were guilty.
Right.
See, I found out after the fact, because their trial goes by and you find out what's going on. Or certain inmates, it's like in highly publicized cases where they had to be set off to their own in a solitary situation, or the pedophile unit, which was full. Everybody was so decent. So I can't go either way because we will never know the exact percentage, but I know the majority of our sisters have been violated.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're right, Wilkie. We do tend to keep secrets, and that's very dysfunctional because we're more concerned on the outward appearance than we are in justice. How many times in our Black families, and I'm not saying anybody here, I'm just saying overall, we know the deal in general. There has been an uncle that was rumored to do something, but nobody ever brought them to justice. Look,
I know that personally.
Right now, I said that not knowing that, but boom, there it is. So now we may not take him to, or you have to get him arrested and run to the system. No, I think a group ass beating sustained over time where the wounds don't heal for months, because as they start to heal, you getting it again. Is that too cruel? No. You know why?
But you see, that's if
live with that. Go ahead.
That's only if you can tell it and people will believe you. That's that collective ass whooping can only happen that way, because a lot of our in the Black community, a lot of our elders or even just peers won't believe you. You know what I mean? You try to bring a complaint against especially a family member. Oh, hell no. Yeah. Oh no. And if they present this mask of being an upstanding person, oh, definitely hell no. You're lying. You're being mean and malicious.
If there's any way we can support your support group, Miss Murder, just let me know. I'll put the contact information below. And in any way, even if it's something kind of discreet, it doesn't mean we're going to go and let's go in the show and tell everybody's personal business, but no, just to support and be able to say, hey, this is what it is. And you can go to her and, you can also email me any information that you may want if you're interested in that, because, Scurv got on a couple weeks ago and spoke about her situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it happens a lot. And I will say that the majority of those who have dated or been involved with some kind of way, 85% of them, I would say, of all that, they have opened up to me because they felt they can trust me with something. And I don't like that. It hurts me, even after the fact. You see somebody who is so tender and loving, and even if they got to be rough around the edges, I understand why.
Right.
And to like soothe them and talk to them. And like if I was involved with them, like if that came up, then it's a no-go for us getting intimate.
Right.
This is something you feel you got to talk to me about. We're going to talk about. It's not okay. Well, all right, that's the past. Let's keep going. No, because I don't know. I have a loving spirit toward our sisters. No matter what went down with me years ago with, my little girlfriends and stuff that, when my fast days, that stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah.
I want to soothe you. I want to love you, but I want to soothe you. I don't want you to even have a scar or a memory. I don't want you to think that I may have an inkling of that inside of me. Not all men are that way.
Right.
So let's have an experience where we converse and vibe on a level that will help to alleviate you of what's inside, because that is a hell of a burden to carry, what someone did to you.
Oh man,
you see what I mean?
It's a hell of a burden.
Well, let me tell you something. The cousin that did that to Mrs. Scurv, he moved to America, and I remember we drove. It was somewhere in Orlando, and I think he was in another state. And I saw her face drop. She was driving, right? I noticed her face. I know how to read her face. I said, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. And then a tear came down out of anger and hurt and a swirl of emotions. And I didn't notice it because I'm looking outside the other way and whatnot. Then I looked because the tear was on the left side, and I was she was driving. I'm in the passenger seat, so I couldn't see the left side of her face.
Right.
So the eyes a little red, and I saw a tear. I said, we're not moving no more. We were in the Walmart parking lot. I said, no, you're going to tell me what's going on. And so she shook her head again and she might not remember that, but she said, I just saw him. I said, who? My cousin. Oh,
wow.
The one when I was, from 8 years old to 13, whatever, 9 years old to 13, whatever, who did that to me.
Oh, wow.
I was so mad. I was like, why didn't you tell me? I said, why didn't you tell me?
Because you wouldn't be on this show right now talking to us. So she's a smart woman.
Exactly.
She's a very smart woman.
Exactly. And I tried to trick her because I knew the street, and I thought about it. And I think they were out in front of somebody's house doing some work with concrete. I did remember some people like that. And she knows I have a recall like that because I watch everything.
Right.
I tried to trick her. I said, well, I make a few phone calls. You go in the store. you go in Walmart. You go in Walmart. I'll be out here. And she looked at me. She said, nah, you coming with me. And I always keep my wallet with me. And, that was the money.
You tried to leave it in the car.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot it. That's okay. I got money. We'll use my cards. Like, damn.
Smart woman.
Even when we got home and whatever. I'm not saying she could make me stay inside, but I was like, I got to go down to Whole Foods. We forgot something. No, she took the keys.
Yeah.
I don't think she remembers that. But that's what happened. So I don't like, even if it was somebody else that wasn't connected to me. I mean, we can lie and say that happened. I have no right to go up to a stranger if I don't know. But if I kind of know, and somebody I know that I can trust their judgment or whatever, and they say, we know this. Well, okay, I'll be your hitman. You ain't got to pay me nothing. Right. I take pleasure in that. I'm not trying to paint myself as somebody's superhero or savior. No, but that's one of my pet peeves, because guess what? I got 4 daughters. Exactly. So that's what it is. And I can do that. You're right, Sonobi. I can. I'm not some great fighter. I'm not Bruce Lee. I'm not Muhammad Ali. I'm not Mike Tyson. But when you know some things to do, right? It's cool knowing, but do you have the balls to do it? Right? I know I got killer instinct on a righteous level. Not like I'm a killer. No. But like when you're doing boxing and you got the opponent hurt, some guys get shy, like, okay, I'm going to hit him, but I ain't going to. No, you're in that kind of mode. I'm trying to take your head off, literally. Right. The referee comes in and steps between us, and it's over. But I'm in that mode. When they wanted me to be on the SWAT team, when I was training for corrections, and they saw me with the weaponry, like, you never had it before, but they saw the intensity. It's like, man, you worked there for the year that you're supposed to, and come on over here with us. I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to. I just exactly. But yeah, And Melissa, she wasn't buying it. So
Of course not.
that's what it was. So, you know, like, okay, I'm not even going to say these guys are sick. Oh, they're sick. No, you didn't get some pedophile bug bite you and all of a sudden you're a damn pedophile. There's no something that can enter your system. Even when you say the devil made me do it, I'm quite sure that there are many men who have a strong resolve that when they are presented with a thought, they have banished it. And I applaud those brothers who do that. There are men out here who may look, not even 8 years old, 7 years old, you have that thought, I'm still stuffing you, even if you never did it, because that means you're going to do it eventually, right? But if say the age of consent was 18, yes, there are women, young girls who are 17 and a half who have in their DNA a way of being built far beyond their years, but they're still 17 and a half.
That's right.
Even when, let's just put it this way. We spoke about this last night. And again, I'm not going to take too long on this. I have a few things I want to say and we'll bounce. But I couldn't even go near the age. Look, add 10 years onto that age of consent. And that's what I was coming for when I was 19 years old. 25, 26, 27, 20. It was born for me to deal with somebody like, oh, you're 18 like me? No. I'm not putting them down. I'm not going to say that I didn't deal when I was 18 and below. Like, you know, when I was 16, there was some 15-year-olds because I was under that age too. But I was taught, well aware of how they treat black men in the judicial system and with law. Lance, you know, you're 18 now. That's over. But my father didn't have to tell me.
Right.
There was a young lady who used to come around every now and then when nobody was around. You know, because at 18, I was still under my parents' roof. But yet technically I was grown. Well, that had to end because when I was 17, she was 16 and a half.
Right.
So now I'm 18 and you're 17 and a half. You can't come over.
Can't come over no more.
Six more months. You know, by then she found somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to be cognizant and aware. So when I said last night that we have to move cautiously when you are a social media influencer, a celebrity, a public person, or just regular Joe Blow because you have that black skin, you must move cautiously because the system is not going to show you any
mercy. Exactly.
Now, the verdict is out with Brother Polite. And again, with anybody who does this, and we're going to wrap up soon. If you did this, lock you up and throw away the key. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, right? Case closed. And we know we can say the whole smear black man thing and setup thing. But here's the information that I learned, which can be used as hearsay. But for me, when I first hit Florida in actually February of 2001, but in actuality, I sold my house in April of 2001 in New York City. So I used the April 5th.
Right.
April 5th, 2001 is when I first officially hit there. When I was working in corrections from June 2001 for a couple years on up, I heard from different people in the facility, some who didn't know each other, about how R. Kelly moved. I'm like, this is crazy. In 2001, I guess, was before all of this came out, if I'm correct. Okay.
Right.
So this is what I heard.
I want to hear this. Yes.
Yeah. And what you're hearing from me now is basically what you heard in the article. I'm just confirming that this word was out there before any of these allegations, any of this blow up happened. That's strange to me, and it doesn't look good to me. So where we can say allegedly, I'll say it out the corner of my mouth, but from the things I heard before any of this blew up, it's the same stuff we're hearing now. So what I heard was that in Florida, I think he had some type of connection to Polk County, Florida, which is 2 counties below Orange County. So you have Osceola County, which is a county below Orange, where you have Kissimmee and you have these different spots there, right? St. Cloud. But then beyond that, it's Polk County. And it's not far. I think you jump on the highway and maybe a 20-minute, 25-minute ride, maybe 15 if you drive real fast. It's not far, but it's more country-ish, right? They have everything there and everything like that. So I heard he had a place there or some type of connection in Polk County. Family, a place, I don't know. I'm new to Florida. I'm trying to figure out how to get around. I'm like a old roach in a new kitchen. I don't know where to run when the lights come on, right? So these different officers in their control room chat, they would tell me like, yeah, man, we all know about R. Kelly. I'm like, what you mean? I'm from New York. I'm dumb. You know, they look like I'm
right.
but I don't know about this stuff. This is local stuff. They said, yeah. R. Kelly, he would come to the Florida Mall. There's a mall in Orlando right there on Orange Blossom Trail, Sand Lake Road, called the Florida Mall.
Right.
I don't forget. Memory's fading, but I don't forget that. And he would pull up, and his boys, like they say here, bodyguards, people who work for him and alongside him, would do the dirty work and go into the mall and not pick up young girls like that. They would put the word out somehow, some way that he would be at the mall. Somehow, some way, his minions put it out. I don't know whether they went to schools and said or whatever have you. So this is not relieving him of his responsibility.
Right.
But you will have those teeny boppers who, you know, oh, really? R. Kelly? And again, I'm not saying they had a hand in it, even though they were stupid. Some of them that allegedly did that. They knew what he wanted. They come with him. I don't know whether they had a van or whatever. They loaded up and went on out to Polk County and did their thing. And money was exchanged. And some who were into a little sniffing, a little smoking, a little drinking, they were underage. It was not their fault. I don't blame them. I'm not saying they weren't guilty of going along with it, but it's on him. You were the adult.
Yes.
I'm just saying those extras of what I heard through when I worked at the jail and in the streets, and different people, men and women. It wasn't just men saying this. There's some very decent women that worked there that told the same story, not in the same way. But the pee thing, peeing on the girls, that was out there. Yeah, man, he weird. I'm like, how do you know this?
What?
A friend of a friend. Yeah, the whole thing about him peeing was out there. I heard it with my ears in 2001 and 2002. I'm telling you this. Wasn't there. I can't say he did it. I'm only going on the hearsay of individuals, most of who didn't know each other. Because the facility I worked in, as far as the jail is concerned at the time, was the 15th largest facility in the country. Right. So it was pretty sizable, the grounds. So I'd work overtime in different areas, and it wouldn't come up like, oh, how you doing, Lance? Let's talk about R. Kelly. But as the conversations went on, and I began to, when it got near that about the pedophiles, I said, about three of them, I said, listen, what's this thing about R. Kelly? Have you heard? Oh, yeah, we know about that for years. Like, wait a second. All y'all know this? I'm not saying to go and approach them personally, but they all get the same hearsay. And there are a lot of parents who knew what was going on. They may not have known about the pissing thing if it was true. Right. Go around R. Kelly, and what are they going to do what they're going to do anyway? And they 17, they 16, they 15. Some parents now, we got to come down on their backsides also, because a lot of them and we know this in life. Yes. We know this in life. Forget about R. Kelly. You can be the dude that owns a lumberyard on the corner, and you are known to be a millionaire, but you roll low key. And he has an interest in your daughter. And your daughter's 16. You see? And you see the daughter hanging out near the lumberyard. Well, she might get a little more than lumber or a different kind of lumber, but you don't question that? That you keep seeing her walking about it, and you know he's looking at her. And you know the guy's a dirtball. You know what I mean? Exactly. Or whatever you want to call him. So you turn your head for this because now he's subsidizing her next few months in school. He takes interest in her that way. You see, that's wrong. That's where parents are wrong. Mothers especially, you know. Exactly. Because you're supposed to be closer to your girl. I mean, you're supposed to, you should, you know. I mean, there are times when, you know, listen, teenagers are fast, you know. I mean, I was a teenager. I wasn't a fast one, but I was around a lot of them. I was around them, you know, and they can put argument to a man better than some grown people. Exactly. You know, and that's for real. I've seen it. I've experienced it myself. You know what I'm saying? So in as much as we're saying, yes, he as the man, he as the adult,
he should be the one to, say, no, why is
That's
he
right.
going around trying to pick up these young girls, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And then the simple fact that some of these parents don't know what their children are into, these young girls are gonna go because, oh my God,
Yes.
it's R. Kelly, you
Yeah, let
know?
me ask a question. Unpopular thought. You said, didn't R.
I
Kelly
saw
get
that,
jailed
yeah.
already? Here we go
Hmm.
again.
Hmm.
Make me understand exactly what you mean.
Exactly. 'Cause
Because,
why is he in trial now if he was already tried for this?
right, right, right. It said trailed there, but child.
No, no.
Right. And even still, okay, if the white man system says he went to trial and whatever, that's a perpetual ass whipping. People should see him if he's locked up and he's in a day room and they just walk past him and punch him right in his face. If I see somebody, I don't care if they did that. Oh, no, you did the time, but that thing is still in you. You're just going to go underground with it some more. If I see somebody, I don't care. And I'm walking down the street and I don't know them, but I know they did that. You better hope I
Mm-hmm.
don't have my steel toe boots on because you ain't going to have no kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see? That's right, Mrs. Murder.
Yeah.
They know he's a pedophile. Now, we have to say allegedly, but the black community may keep secrets, but those secrets, they know exactly what it
He's
really is.
just he's the the uncle that loves the young girls, but he just happens to have money and notoriety.
Exactly. And,
You
and what
understand? And fame.
and what is an intoxicant for young girls most of the time? I mean, I'm not
Being with an older man.
right, right. And I'm not who has fame and money.
Exactly.
See what I mean? That have
Yeah.
fame and money.
Yeah.
I mean, look, okay, put it this way. Most grown women, I'm not going to say they're just going to jump down and do anything, but, you know, not an R. Kelly type, but somebody who has a pristine reputation and they're famous and they got money.
Mm-hmm.
You not be mad at them if they didn't do, not a person who did something like this or allegedly did something like this, but you'll be like, oh, wow, dead as hell. You know what I mean? You might be in a bad mood. Oh, did
For
something.
real. For
I mean,
real. For real. For real. For real. For real.
I'm not calling my sisters bitches. I'm just saying this for a figure of speech. I might beat you. Oh, Denzel, how are you doing? You know what I mean? I might be pissed off and stuff. Look at mad, my face and the whole thing changes because it has that effect on us as human beings. It doesn't
Right.
mean that we dumb like that. It just means knee-jerk reaction. If we see somebody favorable, so now you see somebody who may have had rumors going on with them, but for a child, and I don't mean a 7-year-old, but someone who's just under the so-called age, because to me, whatever they say the legal age is, you got to add 6 years on that bad boy. To me, because a lot of us are just not there yet where we should be as people who are called adults.
Right.
How do you, in a way, then how are you a child one day, have a birthday, and now you're an adult?
Mm-hmm.
Cars don't have transmissions that shift like that. You'd be rocking and it wouldn't last too long. It's a smooth transition.
Right.
So it should be on a slide where if you say 18 is the beginning of it, maybe you want to put it up to 21, right? And say, if a person who's older than 21 dealt with somebody who's 20 or 20 and a half, it wouldn't be as severe as if it was 17 and a half. You see what I mean?
Right.
I'm just putting things out there.
See,
there's no way of really saying,
that, and I'm coming from all the way back where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
when I was 17 or 8, 16,
Mm-hmm.
17, it didn't feel unnatural to me to be talking to somebody who was 19 or 20. As a matter of fact, it felt quite comfortable because it felt like that would have been a natural thing. You're dating someone who's a little older than you, who is going to be more or less your protector or someone that can
Right.
look out for you, as opposed to dealing with someone your quote unquote own age.
Right.
We're not talking about someone who's 10 years older than you, 15 years older than you, or whatever. But to me, and maybe a lot of people might say, "Oh no," but to me, a 4-year age difference is not that severe because the gap gets shorter or gets smaller as you get older with that same
No, you're right.
four year
You're right.
difference. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But
Mm-hmm.
if you're a grown ass man, and when I say grown ass, you're not 2 years out of high school,
Right.
you're not
Right.
even out of college, because 20, you're not out of college yet, you know.
Right.
So you're still in that learning phase of life,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
When you're a grown ass man that's out there working and making money, you have no business. I don't care how fast that girl is or whatever, or how developed she is, you have no business looking at her. None whatsoever. If you could change her diapers, you have no business looking at her. No, you don't.
Right. Like I said, my personal rule of the thumb: if I had my first orgasm and you weren't born yet, I can't touch you. I can't be around you. Really.
Hmm.
Even if you are of the legal age and I had my first orgasm, or really had my first orgasm, right, and you weren't, no, I can't do it. I don't care even if I'm 60 and now you're 30.
Right,
I can't do it.
right,
If I knew you as a child and you grew up to be a beautiful young woman of age, that switch that was cut off in my mind, that you're a child, which I've never had to struggle with that, but that's a baby. If I can say to you, I remember when you was a little baby in diapers, I can't think about you the same way.
right.
What's wrong with me? I don't know, but that's just the way I am. I can't think that way. You know what I mean? And
What,
it's,
Miss Murder? Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
yeah, about the one girl said that he had a man on the staff who had sex with him regularly. That one.
No, no,
Okay,
no, no. This last one, she said somebody told her that if you're old enough to pee, you're old enough for me. What?
I heard somebody say that too, and they for years were acting like it was a joke, but I'm like, because I was much younger when I heard this guy say that, and he would laugh and laugh it off, whatever, whatever. But how could you say that? Like there was a cop on my bus one time when we had, long story, short statement, like this particular stop, it's City Walk, Friday nights and Saturday nights. A lot of the local neighborhood guys would go. And it wasn't a pretty sight because these were guys who just like came there for trouble. They smacking white girls on the ass, touching black girls' breasts. These like 15, and
Mm-mm.
they got the security. So it was like every time there's a problem with these little nigger kids who come from Carver Shores and Tangelo Park and whatnot. So they made it where the bus does not go in there. So
Wow.
anyway, yeah. So those nights we didn't go in there, but they would come outside and try to catch the bus going back. I'd pass them by because they were always fighting, always punching somebody in the face with a cell phone. It was always mayhem. So they had it with police had to ride behind the bus. Ain't that something? I'm telling you what I know because I was there. 2 police on the bus, 2 police in a pickup truck driving behind it. That's how
What?
bad it got in Orlando. Yes. I drove the 21 route. Anybody who knows that route, it goes out down Turkey Lake, out by Dr. Phillips Hospital, through Universal, up Kirkman, past the ghetto Walmart, down Columbia, and what's the other street there? Past oh God, I'm forget Ivy Lane. It turned into something else. I forgot what the street was, but Washington Shores and all that, which are all black neighborhoods. I'm not saying they're all bad, but it wasn't much money running around there. A lot of things.
Right.
But anyway, I said all that to say this. Every week, and Friday and Saturday, and once I got seniority, it didn't work Saturday no more. It was just Friday for a time. One of the white guys was standing there, the cop, and he was talking to a sergeant. And he made a joke about homosexuality. And this is not the same thing as if she's old enough to pee, she's old enough for me. But what he said, and he was casual about it, and he had a smirk on his face. And I was at a red light, and I looked at him, and he was looking like it's okay. You know what he said? He said, you're only homosexual if you push. If you don't push, it's not gay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So if you up in some man's backside and you got your butt
just stay
like,
still.
he's helping you, it ain't gay.
Just
If
stay
he's on his
still.
knees in front of you and you ain't pushing, and just the word for that is what is it now? Well, no, that's a different thing. It's a different thing. I was going to teach y'all something today.
Teach me. I need to learn.
No, Well, I mean, you want to know what it's like, whatever. You know what? Like, I'll teach you. You know what I mean? Irrumation. IRRUMATION is when the giver of their tonsils, let's put it this way, holds their head still, and the man does the pumping. Trivial.
Oh, okay.
Well versed in these things. I read The Joy of Sex in the mid-70s. I was a young kid, so I know all these words.
Right? And you remember, I read it too, but I don't remember those.
See, when you have hands-on experience while you're reading, it makes more sense, right? So,
I mean, it was on my bookshelf.
Yeah, right. Oh, Sonovia, for real?
What happened?
No, she said I went to the country with a friend, and this old man grabbed my ass. I tried to knock his head off, and everyone felt sorry for him. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't get old men props like that. If he liked you that way, which is not a like thing, it's just a lust thing, there's no way of getting away with that. But be straight up if you're a dirty old man. Listen, I don't get too many opportunities around here anymore, and you're a gorgeous young lady. I just want to touch your body, say it. She can say no. Just be, I'm not talking about no kid. I'm talking about a grown woman. There ain't nobody around. Listen, you gorgeous. Can I just, look, I'm getting a thrill from this, but I just want to put my hand right here one time. If I was a dirty old man, I would be straight up. Yes, I would. And you know what? I would probably be accommodated because you're real with it. But don't violate nobody, man. How do you think this is? You just walk up to somebody and see, that's the damn problem. The people who felt sorry for him.
Yes.
The people that would not say anything when they know that uncle is slipping into their niece's or nephew's room at night and doing things. I went out with a young lady where the father went through most of the brothers and sisters, and they talked about it amongst their circles. Went through some of the daughters and went through all the boys for that one specific act. And the one who was outspoken about it, who was developmentally delayed, he would say it, and he would cry every time, and he would talk to me about it. The father tried to dismiss him as tarded. Blah, blah. He's like, he did that, man. He did that because them boys, and they were grown. They were older than me. I'm saying those boys, right? But I'm saying that happened to them when they were boys. They were messed up behind that. Messed up. One went to the service when he was young, came out early, got hooked on angel dust, and you could tell something was off about him. He smoked a lot of weed. I heard he got into the crack thing. Very nice guy, but a victim of that, and he couldn't handle it. The next one, they were all living in the mother's house too, because they couldn't leave. They couldn't mature. They couldn't get past that. You see what I mean? And he stayed home. He was up in the attic. Wow. And one day, I'm dating the girl. We young, we teenagers, because he locked the door to the attic with this little cheap latch lock, right? So what she did was like, it had a little latch and then you put the lock in and you can't take it off. She's like, he's so stupid. I'm just going to take the screwdriver and unscrew the part that's on the other side. But she wasn't looking to steal nothing. She was just nosy. I said, you better not go up there. You better not violate that, man. I was up there too behind her being nosy, right? Wouldn't you know that he was he was there with his family and he was very cordial when he was there, but he used to go up into the attic and stay by himself. Sometimes you didn't even know when he was there, only when you saw the lock unlatched and the lock that's not there. So he never wanted to come down out of his subconscious fear of encountering his father, who lived on the first floor. Like the bedroom for them was on the first floor. He had the second floor and you had a little attic that wasn't finished. So to avoid having encounters with his father, who was on his way out, a severe alcoholic, started walking with a walker, and karma made it where, for some reason, some type of cancer, testicular cancer, they had to remove his testicles and eventually a partial removal, I don't know how that worked, of his penis. And he had nothing down there really except a nub and a tube to piss out of. And he had to take hormones because his testicles weren't working no more. But at
They
that
shouldn't
age,
even. They shouldn't even have given him the damn hormone. Just let him dry up.
exactly, it dry up. Exactly, exactly. So to avoid coming downstairs, now the father never climbed the steps to go to the second floor, but he didn't even want to go. He had he had hefty bags that he would tie up, not too tight, because when he wanted to take a number two, those hefty bags had to be opened.
Oh my God.
There were about 3 or 4 hefty bags up there. One that he forgot to tie, and that attic was straight stinking.
Oh
He had
my.
the water coolers, the big upside down water coolers you take,
Mm-hmm.
they were empty. They were there, full of urine. That
No.
the container was mold around the top because they were
No.
so long. That had to be
Oh my
about a
God.
month or two worth of urine there. And the hefty bags that his sister saw, she said, I don't believe this. I have to see. She held her breath, got some gloves, pulled the bag open, and there it was with mold all over it. All kind of
Oh
weird
my
spores and
God.
mold, whatever. And the other bags were heavy. And he had a problem because those bags were so full that if you lifted it and they broke, guess what was coming out?
Mm-mm.
I could not believe this. See, I've seen levels of dysfunction from abuse that many counselors may have been told about. I saw it in other situations too, but not that severe. And so the other one who was on the angel dust, he had his transistor radio and he would stand in the back talking to himself. If you come to him and talk to him, he'll talk to you. But when left alone, he talked to himself.
Right.
Very, very nice guy. Very nice guy. Nice spirit, would not steal from you, would not do anything from you. And it's a shame what I saw. But yet and still, the mother was a religious fanatic who taped pages of the Bible over every square inch of that room. Doesn't that sound like another story I told? Because that was the son upstairs with the pictures on the wall.
Right. Right.
With the flashlight.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the other one who was developmentally delayed, he spoke about it. He would sit there and the father walked by and say something smart to them. And developmentally delayed is the politically correct word now to say retarded, right? So the son would say, as the father walked by, he would embarrass him at every turn. And he would lash out. The father would lash out, but he had no power no more to do so. So he would try to front around company, right? Or friends would come by in the front of his house and he would try to act like, yes, I'm all this and I'm all that. And the son would sit there on the steps as he was allowed to do. And one of his friends would come by, the father's friends, hey, how you doing? So I'm doing good, praise the Lord. And so the retarded son would say, and he talked funny. So I'm not making fun of him, but I had to go for full effect. What Lord you worship? The Lord making your son suck your dick and drink your stuff.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you what it was. And I didn't know whether to cry for him or crack up to the fact that he felt empowered enough to come back at his father that way, who did those things. You see what I mean? I don't know what kind of Lord that is. I don't want to go to that church. And then the guest would look around. Yeah, okay, I'll see you later on. I'm like, whoa. You see what I mean? And then I'd hear him sometime, the father, hey, because he didn't want to get up on his time because he couldn't hardly walk. He was starting to walk with a walker.
Right.
Get me a plate of that soup. Give me a plate of that soup. Who's that in the kitchen? He didn't want to get up because that bedroom was next to the kitchen. It was really probably supposed to be put like an extended dining room. They boxed it in and made it a bedroom because they both couldn't walk. The mother had an ailment also. So he would ask whoever it was, and it would be the retarded one. And the father was so stupid. You're going to ask your son that will talk to you that way because of what you did, and you're going to trust him with food? You know how many times, the son would come, I'd be sitting in the living room with his sister when I was dating, and he would say, get a load of this. He asked me for a plate of food or a bowl of the soup. I said, what you going to do, man? Come watch. I was young.
God,
I'm like,
no, listen.
Yeah. Well, put it this way. I'm not going to say it. I didn't see what he did with everything, but there's not a substance that came out of every orifice that father didn't consume in that soup.
Listen.
That's all I'll say. Because I saw him do some of them. blew his nose, spit, all that stuff.
Lance.
I'm sorry, but look, don't feel sorry for the man. It's disgusting. But
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, and he deserves it. But
yes.
God,
Yes.
dog, come on.
This is the reality. This is who wants to think that. You're right. Exactly. Miss Berta said she should empty the soup on his face, steaming hot.
I know.
I agree with that, but he did it on a slow burn, like ha ha ha. You know, he didn't.
Tina, he gave him the holy milk, the chocolate milk, every damn milk.
Exactly. And every time there was soup in the house, the father was gonna pay back a little bit at a time on layaway. He said he asked me for the soup one time. I was glad because I had diarrhea that day. I was, oh God, right. I ain't put too much now. You know, oh God, oh, you got to down the proportions. You put more salt in it after that. Makes it feel good. Ah, the soap is good. You got to give me some more. Okay, I'll get it for you. It's poetic justice. That's why I'm laughing. But I'm not laughing at the pain that he had to go through, you know, because it really bothered him.
Kwame, I don't have any feelings for whatever he did to the man. It's just disgusting for me to have to visualize all of that. I'm sorry.
13.
Take all your vitamins.
He really had the chunky soup. He sure did. Oh man, because he always said the joy ain't nothing soy sauce can't hide.
Dear God.
And the father was loving it because of his dulled sense of taste after all that alcohol or whatever. This is good, you know.
Unbelievable. I'm listen.
Let me tell you something. Once again, this is how I can stay in the house a lot.
No doubt.
I'm open now. I'm in Africa, in a different place. I'm in Ghana. No, not much crime as it is. Even though I almost got robbed the other day, it's really not that much crime. Whatever. And you're free. But I have so much in my head that even to be here is therapeutic because at which so many dysfunctional things that have happened around me came at me for me to know I don't know nothing. It's a lot less here. Maybe, of course, there are things going on over here.
Right.
As was mentioned earlier, that they do have child pedophile rings all over the motherland. So I'm not going to paint the picture. Everybody's like righteous and conscious. No, it's not that way. There are a lot of parents who let their kids go off with white men and other men. A lot of deception. And I'm going to put y'all down with this particular YouTube channel that's based in Accra. Let me just open up another YouTube page and see if I can pull it up. Let me see. Let me just pull it up. Okay, yes, I'm going to get it. It is the most dysfunctional set of interviews that you would think that, I'm not saying this is exciting, like when you say something's boring or exciting.
Which one is that? Brother Albert or whatever?
Arnold,
Brother Arnold, right.
Yeah. You all need to check out the dysfunctional things that are here already. Don't think everybody's walking around in dashikis and nice African headgear and dresses and everybody's just so pristine. Here it is. You'll see some things here that, you know, scroll through the different interviews, and it's usually a woman that he's interviewing. You know, he's a funny guy, and I'm going to assume one day reach out to him. But let me know if you could open the YouTube channel. And even if you're interested in keeping up with it, you know, subscribe to it. It's just really interesting. The part of Ghana that you didn't thought existed. There's some dysfunctional people over here, and they didn't get like that just from, you know, wholesome living.
Right.
There's a lot of good that goes on over here too, but it's hidden under the guise of Christianity, where not everybody, but a lot of people put up a front. You know what I mean? They put up a front, and there are things that go on behind closed doors, and you really keep secrets.
They wear that mask.
Yeah, exactly. The mask. That's right. We got to talk about the mask show. That's what it is. And there is a town, not a town like a whole big, the way we say it in America, right? It would be considered smaller, but there is an area, a good sized area. Yes. Let me see here. Yeah, you're right. Dio. You're right. Yeah, subscribe to it and check it out. You'll get a laugh. And
it's funny, yeah.
It's funny, yes. And Soft White Underbelly. There's another one. White man out in America. Let me drop the link for that one too. You know, interesting channels like that you'll kind of get hooked on the interviews that he does. If I was in America, I would do something on a similar level in my own style. Not to copy his idea, but like me driving the bus and working in prisons and just being around people who have gone through things. It's like you all need to see how people live. Some people lived in, we have our nice beds and a nice apartment, our nice homes. Some of us may be going through stuff, but for the most part, here it is. Boom. That's Soft White Underbelly. Those are 2 Scurv recommended YouTube channels.
Right.
You get a laugh to see how dysfunctional it could be over here in Ghana. And the other one, you'll see a lot of stuff that goes on over there. And we had somebody who he interviewed who used to be on the channel on a regular basis. Anyway, until we had that fallout. I don't mind saying their name, but at that particular point, it makes no sense. I still have her stuff up there. I won't say the name, but she's a former prostitute, and she had some game, a lot of profanity, but she had some game. Had a child from a famous pimp that had a special on HBO, and he's locked up now. And I did an interview with him from prison. So, this years ago, we've been out there hard for many years. Anyway, yeah.
I just wound up on Brother Arnold's YouTube channel.
Now, I'm not saying everybody is like that, but that's just what it is,
I tell you though, he's got great resolve when he's interviewing these people.
I know. It's funny how he reacts, right? What I haven't seen yet, I want to see. I don't know if it's something recent or something new, but the one where they have the 2 twin sisters that that's gonna work out.
I wonder too.
Does everybody have that link to the both links that I just dropped in? Soft White Underbelly and Vibes at 5 with Arnold or something like that. That's the name.
I see. Let me see. Yeah, I think that they both came through. Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. You'll never be bored with those 2 channels. Okay. There's a lot of clickbait out there for Miss Murder. It shows you what people have to go through. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, Kwame, you're right. Woody Allen married his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
The Asian girl.
Yeah.
And Asian girl was in his presence from when she was very young. Was he grooming her, evidently, and had the nerve to come out and marry her?
And the backlash was only for a short time.
Exactly. They protect their own.
Look at Roman Polanski. It took what, almost 50 years before they actually brought him to trial proper. I tell you.
But on gossip and innuendo, we're persecuted as Black men. And that's not to say I'm defending R. Kelly. But I can't, because I really feel, and it's my opinion, but I'll be fair in how I say allegedly, but I feel he's guilty as a mother. I feel he is guilty. And I feel that way. That's my opinion. But I would give him a fair trial. I would bring up the evidence. I'd go through the whole engagement of what must be done. But what I heard before this hit the news from so many, and I might be on a day off somewhere, coming out of or going into a gas station, getting ready to go in there and pay. One time I was in Polk County where they said that he had this place or he had a connection to, and there were 2 girls there, not no young girls, but I say girls, they were in their 30s.
Right.
No disrespect to them. That's how I talk sometimes. And they were laughing amongst themselves about something. I kind of inserted myself into their conversation by laughing. Like, what you say? That was funny. So and so. But she said so and so. Yeah, oh yeah, you crazy girl. So and so. So I love that. I can get in any conversation. I'm that kind of guy. So I said, listen, I'm not from here. Yeah, you from New York. We can tell you got that accent. Hey, all y'all be talking that slick stuff. Don't be trying to come at me because I'm fine. She was a nice personality, but she wasn't really. So, that's a beautiful sister. You know what I mean? We were joking. So I said, let me ask you something. You know what? Ever since I got down here, I've been hearing about R. Kelly. Well, whatever you heard was right. This is 2002 and 2001.
Wow.
Yeah, he be like, he be peeing on people. He be paying them sometimes, but he be controlling them and whatever. He if you like over a certain age, you don't want to be bothered with you. You be drop dead gorgeous. I got a girlfriend. I wish I had the camera and was doing this stuff now.
Wow.
I wish, and I wouldn't put their face on if they didn't want me to. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I wish that I can go back down to those areas and be like, yo, talk for me. Tell me. You know what I mean? Say this for the audio. Matter of fact, I'll put that out there to people that they want to contact me and they want to talk, not to smear them. But if you have something that, you know, that you feel you want to share from a personal experience, allegedly, then we'll talk. And this is not for clickbait. I don't do things for clickbait. We put up a topic, we talk about it, we go around it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Do that. Because like I said, there are people I know that I can have a channel that has like 3 million subscribers on some decadence.
Of course.
You know, a young lady contacted me the other day. Yeah, anytime you need, you know, the female bodies, you know, I network, you know, I'm a stripper and I do other things. And I'm talking about some top quality people and I'll do the video over here and send it to you. I'm like, you know, I might at worst do a decent jet centerfold type situation every week or maybe every month where it's decent, but, you know, nothing lewd. I might make a page with that for men and women. You know, have a dude who's got a nice body and decent pictures, you know, you might have a little bulge there. The women start looking and salivating. Well, that's cool. And then there might be a girl with a little thong on, decent, not nothing nasty and orifices showing, but, you know, the whole Jet magazine thing, that's part of the culture. We like eye candy, but let it be where you got something going on. Don't be no hooker.
Exactly.
And I'm not condoning college and university. I'm not saying that, but, you know, so-and-so is a pre-med student at so-and-so. That's what Jet Magazine did. They had the woman there, but they also said that she was about something.
Exactly.
It didn't have to be where you're going to be a rocket scientist or a brain surgeon. You know, you might want to be a counselor, a drug counselor. You're going through the certification to get that. Show the beauty and show that, yes, we're beautiful, and the we're about something. I'm with that. Because we look anyway in the street, we say, oh, it's a gorgeous girl. You know? But nothing trashy, nothing, no, it wouldn't be a meat market. So if y'all know, just say, hey, Lance, you want to talk about a beautiful chick here? This is my cousin. This is what she's into. She has a business, whatever. You take a few shots by the pool. It don't even have to be where you got a bathing suit on. You could show a little leg or something like that because the eye-catching thing of the beauty, the physical beauty, but show what the person's about. Also, I want to have a page on my site, LanceScurv.com, not to knock the mothers of the children, but since the whole narrative is that black men don't take care of their kids, let's have some pictures shown of black men holding their children that they love. And the mother can be in there too, whether they're married or not. But the focus would be black men, because the stigma is not, oh, black women leave their kids. Some do. But y'all know what we hear in the narrative out there, that it's not always true. And there are a lot who don't take care of the kids. I want to showcase. I don't want to wait for Father's Day. I want to showcase black fathers. It doesn't mean you have to live with them or be with the mother, but you're there for your child. Let's show that. No matter how you wear your hair, you could be bald. You could have locks. You know, I don't care if you got a conch where you straighten it up with some lie. As long as you're there for your child, let's show that.
Exactly.
Serious Poems. How are you? We're going to make you sleepy. We got so much shows we're going to do.
Hi, sis. How you doing?
Yes. We haven't talked in a while, Serious Poems. They'll reach out to you and give you some updates, you know. And when I say updates like that, you know exactly what I've been talking about in the last 6 months. I know. Girl. I ain't no homo. I had to say that. You know what I mean?
You know.
Also, I'm going to be speaking to a lot of people out here on international issues, not just the Ghana thing, but international issues. I was blessed with connecting with a brother this morning before the show. And he had some things to say about what's happening in the Gambia, because he's a Ghanaian, born Ghanaian, but his father's from Gambia. You know, people travel and things go on. His father was killed 15 years ago, and there's some governmental thing, political unrest that's up there, and things are coming to a head. And there's a hashtag, there's a word there. I would say it this way, but the accent is something else. So you're gonna laugh, whoever is in the know about this, about a Jammy to Justice campaign. Jammet or EY. I got to Google that. I have to tag it up right. But we connected. I'm always networking. And we had a conversation that I was like, it blew me away. I didn't know all the way about this. And he hit me to it. So I said, listen, I know you got to go. You know, he came here for a certain thing that he had to do, which I won't put out there. But I said, his phone was ringing. He's like, I got to go. I said, listen, give me 5 minutes. Let me get my camera. So we got him on camera talking about this. And he is going to come back because we're going to do more business together. He's going to come back and sit down in front of the camera and go in depth on how certain things are going on in the Gambia.
Right.
He was very passionate about it because one of these leaders had his father killed. Okay.
Right.
So there's a big campaign going on to bring the people involved, not just that murder, but the hundreds that were killed. I said, okay, I'll support that. Let's put it out there more so. There are a lot of things going on over here that you don't know that are going on that we all should know worldwide. There are a lot of things over there in America that those who are over here don't know. And again, because of Memorandum 46, the effort is to keep us from talking, right?
Right.
And we got into it, not got into it like a confrontation. We got into it as far as a deep conversation. The brother's very wise. And I was explaining to him the dynamics of how the perception is. See, most of us here are conscious, like really like 98% of us in this chat room, we know the deal. Yeah, the conch. In all directions, right? You go somewhere way in the backwoods of Mississippi, you'll find somebody wearing that, getting ready to go to the club, little hole in the wall club, because that's their world. I heard in certain places in Mississippi, some of the houses, like they have like the swampy land and they have like little streams and little rivers and stuff. And the mailman at some point sometimes has to get on a boat to mail. I'm not putting it down. I'm saying that's just the way it is. There's, that's one thing I want to, when I do come to visit America, I want to go to some of these places that I never got a chance to go to. I just never, now that I'm here.
What did I just hear you say? I mean, I'm not sure that I heard you correctly. What you just said? When you do what?
About taking a little boat, a little
No. When you come to do what? Come to visit where?
Whatever, incognito.
Please give us a break. Give us a break.
He's never coming back over here. I don't have the feeling. I don't have the feeling. I really don't have the feeling. I just said that, but if it did happen, I would go to certain places specifically that I would want to explore, which maybe I should have for all the years that I've been there, but you kind of take things for granted. I can watch a show on TV and whatever. But if I happen to be there, whatever, miraculous way would get me over there, but I wouldn't expect anything good because there'd be people over there. I'm not paranoid. Oh, he's here. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good for my health. I'd be too paranoid coming to America right now. No. I don't, no.
That's why I don't even know why that even came out of any side of your mouth.
I wasn't lying. I was like, for the moment, that if it did happen.
For a moment there, you lost your senses. That's what happened.
Well, listen, I didn't even get 1 ounce of sleep last night, so you can afford me a little malfunction.
I'm not affording you anything. You woke me up.
I'm rubbing my eyes as we speak. I'm not going to speak for another 30 minutes or whatever have you. We'll soon wrap it.
We could do that. Yeah.
With Danina and see what time we're really going to get on. And I want to not make it where it's too late. I said Beatrice, but I think Beatrice will be on tomorrow night.
I think it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow night. So that will leave room for us to do our comedy show tonight. That'll give me room.
Listen,
I can get a little nap.
You know that somebody would have to be preempted to tomorrow because comedy night. No. That's all I'm saying.
I'm scared of using profanity or something, or because my image. I'm not that profane guy. I will use words, but I just hope people not like me because I got too nasty or something. You know what I mean? So
ain't nobody not gonna like you. Everybody's looking forward to comedy night, and barring any unforeseen
Right,
circumstances,
understood.
comedy night happens.
And if I do take a nap and it goes on longer than anticipated, I'll just start later from this side, because tomorrow morning we don't have a morning show. We're only Monday through Friday.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if I don't wake up to 12 o'clock for me, it's 8 o'clock. If I don't wake up till 2, then that's even better for you at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, because this is our Friday Night Live.
Yeah, exactly. We should call it that.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
Israel, it's just Brother, our show that we're doing tonight. The comedy show. Where's the comedy show? It'll be right here on this same channel.
I didn't even make the link yet, but we'll make it around the time of the Danina show, so we'll announce it. But I'm always equipped from the other one. Look,
Kwame, I'm always on the shows.
Ready? I got the banner ready.
Oh, you do?
Talk about
what?
What you talk about? You want some of this?
Yes.
You want some of this? For real? It's there. It's waiting. It will be tonight. I ain't showing my face, so I look like a raccoon. I ain't got no sleep. I got these dark bags under my eyes.
Put some cucumbers on your eyes, sir, Lance. I'm sure Mrs. Scurv have some cucumbers somewhere. You know, pretend you're at the spa. lay on your back for a change.
I don't trust them, so I gotta see who's giving me it, right? Who's giving me a massage, right? I don't trust them. Oh, I'll be the one massaging you.
I'll be the one massaging me.
Oh, hell no. Get me a woman. I ain't trying to do that.
Yes. Just lay on your back, close your eyes, put the cucumbers over them, and relax.
Well,
whatever happens after that, that's I can't say. But
as long as my phone meter don't go off, I'm good. When you're adding something in or whatever, always drop the hashtag TeamScurv in your Instagram post, your Facebook post, or your Twitter post. That helps to get stuff out. I mean, if it's something relevant. And if not, it will also bring whatever you put out on Instagram, TeamScurv.
Right.
Which is run by a certain person who had the imagination to set it up, who's in my presence right now, who I won't say her name.
I need to do better. I've been neglecting my TeamScurv duties. I need to do better.
That's like a person who bought a car and forgot to pay the note. Like, oh, I got the money right here.
I know.
If you use that hashtag in your Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook stuff, it'll go on the page automatically. You know, especially Instagram. You know, that's what it is. So.
Actually, I have to go back and sort out my Empress Elegy Instagram page too, because you know, it's like I'm really, as much as we do these shows, I'm not really big on social media and putting myself out there, my business and stuff like that. You know. So, but hold on a second. Come on, Ella, without your glasses. Ha ha ha. I need to be able to see what I'm doing, sir. Sorry. And I kind of like my glasses.
For real.
Especially if they have dark rims.
Does the name rhyme with Tempest? With Temptress?
Temptress. Wow. That's her name too. Listen, Miss Melissa Grant. Oh God. But listen, you know, what did Kwame say? You should bring on Elizabeth Lilyfire and B also. I mean,
oh my God, that would be yeah. What I'll say is that because you know what I was waiting for is coming either today or probably Monday. At some point today, or tomorrow for sure. All the goodies I've been waiting for in them 8 barrels.
Yay! Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Oh boy, what a joyous day that will be. Hopefully today, definitely tomorrow, but for sure Monday. I'll throw that for sure in there. But
Right. I love you too, sis.
We communicated with the people involved, and like, it's
Yeah.
here. It's just a matter of when it gets there, delivered up the road.
Okay.
I
Very
am a
nice.
happy camper.
I know. You waited long enough.
Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. Remember, on the regular on Clubhouse also, and do
Yeah,
it live.
I know.
Be able to do the real good thing. So
Boy,
that's
I don't
gonna
know.
end.
I don't know if I'll be your Energizer Bunny after this, because
You have to.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know if
super
I'll be
move out and
your.
keep on going.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh,
gosh.
every day,
Oh
several times a
my
day. But there'll be other
gosh.
things going on. And again, I say I have a full life, but I'm going to put a lot into this. I'm really feeling it more so than ever
You
before.
know, Dave. You know, most people probably think I don't have a full life. They're probably like, "Which mother does she take care of? She's always
No,
on the damn show."
there must be a starving mother. You know what I mean? Or somebody
uh,
sedated, right?
mm-mm,
No. We have
mm-mm.
a full life. It's just that, we're blessed to be able to move this way. And,
Yes.
I do go out the house sometimes, but no, I go out a lot.
Oh
And
God. Hold
like I
on.
said, yeah, no problem. When I get my new replacement on my GoPro, I'll be showing the streets more. But my battery messed up on that one, and I'm waiting for it to be put out, for sale. And when they put it out, it goes so fast within like hours.
I know. I know. You know what's
So I
weird?
have to be
These
ready
damn phones
to
always
order it.
ring and it's never
And
anybody.
we know it's out. The internet is
Hmm.
crazy for that.
I'm sorry. We kind of spoke over each
It's
other
cool.
just now. Sorry about that.
No problem, no problem, no problem. You know, no, I was saying that when it comes out, it's always in September,
Right.
and they say the date. They keep the anticipation going, and all of the new features on there, which I need. The other one didn't have half as much. And really and truly, most people who are really into using, they can preserve what they have. But the thing is that the new ones have features that really they jump from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
So a GoPro from back in the early days does not compare. Shoot, I have a GoPro 8, the 9. I wasn't gonna get. It did have features on it that I like, but I heard the 10 is really, really. And I'm not gonna get it now.
What
And
do
then
they
see
cost, roughly?
about $500, 400 something, $500, a little over
Okay.
500, depending.
Okay.
But I bought the one I bought. It sat there for a long time, and so I understood, the beauty of it. And
Right.
every camera has its forte, and that being an
Mm-hmm.
action camera in a certain settings, in as small as it is. Man, I'm going to do some things when I get that too. That's why you haven't been seeing me do a lot of stuff outside walking and the walking. When I get that, I'm gonna be a walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking
I
fool. I'm
think
telling
Israel just coined you perfectly.
you. Oh, Mr. Clean Morpheus, James Brown. It's a man's world equals Lance. I'm just joking. No. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Even if you said something like funny and joked, I'm self-effacing. I don't have no ego like that. I only have my ego for other people I love. Like, don't disrespect them, but I don't take it that way. I'm a big boy. I can take it. I've been through a lot. So you all don't know the half of it. So I'm glad to get on this other side, of 50. 8 years, 8.5 years over the age of 50. I can't believe I'm saying it because my sense of recall, I don't even know what age I am because I can remember things from way back, trivial things from ages on coming on up. I get triggered. I hear a song, I see a face, and it brings back a flood of memories. And I have to explain why I'm saying the thing that
Right.
I'm saying. But now I'm all messed up because you know what I'm hearing in my head?
What?
If you leave me now, you'll take away the biggest part of
Oh,
me.
oh, you're a mess.
Please don't go.
You
Din, din,
are a
din, din,
mess.
din, 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 din. That's back in the
If
WA.
if that leaves you now, you might as well die.
Well, I'm an older guy and a bit shriveled up, so I can't say it's taking away the biggest part of me. Like I was lying. It was not the biggest part of him.
just just
Yes, we
die.
are. Yes, we are. And, our dear sister comes back on when she's ready. She's dealing with a few things, and she will be on the whole zodiac thing and everything like that, the tarot, reading and everything.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Can't wait for her to come back.
Yeah. We're in direct and indirect communication. So, it'll be very soon. Trust me, it'll be very soon. And you'll get notice on it, like a couple of days.
Yeah, right.
There's just so much to do, and I love it. We had Dr. Kang and Sister Phyllis on the other day talking about fibroids and a very serious conversation for the sisters, and really one of the brothers should be, interested in, because they're going to know somebody who has to deal with that. Yes,
right.
Yes. I earned my shriveled upness, from my exploits younger, and I lived to tell about it. I ran out the thunderstorm in the rain and came back in and never got a drop on me.
Belly full.
I didn't caught a disease in my life. So, Papa don't take no mess.
Yes, indeed.
Papa don't take no mess. That's right.
That's for sure.
Yes.
Well,
my dear sister, I'm going to step off and do a few things. I'm going to take a short nap, not too long. Do what I do. Talk back with Danina. Make the banner, make the run, set the time, promote it, have it set, and let Danina. Let me tell you something, y'all. The phone call I had, Danina, like they weren't on fire before, right? No. Danita's gonna come out blazing. You hear me?
Really?
Yeah, because see, the warrior titan spirit that Danina is, that's the normal gear. Today, Danina is pissed. She's coming after people in the comments section.
Okay.
She told me she is pissed the F off.
Okay.
She said, Lance, just let me get on. I'll handle it. I'm going to go buck blankety blank wild today.
Okay.
I was like the pervert that gets what he wants. I'm a pedophile now, but the happy pervert. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I felt thrilled when I heard that. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait.
Right?
Yeah.
I have to go back and look at the show because I need to see what these people were talking about,
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. So Novia, you in for it today. Like I said, I'm going to leave the time open until about an hour before, and I will put it out there.
So what are you looking at? What are you projecting as far as, based upon all the things that you have to do and, take a nap and all of that?
I'll say really, because I just want to run out and come back. For me, it's just before 2:00. Okay. I'd say 6 for me, which for you would be 2:00, 3:00, which may be too early, but
yeah.
And I did have, now with that show, it won't be cramped because I'm going to let her roll on and I'm going to do my little magic mind, Jedi mind tricks to keep her on.
Right.
So we can go on for 3 or 4 hours,
Right.
I want it to be a long show that if it does go long, I can still have an evening of taking another nap because I'm really, really tired right now. I'll take another nap. And whenever I wake up, I'm not going to take no 6-hour nap. So I get to bed at my 6:00, which is 2:00 for you. And I slept for 6 hours. That's perfect to do a late night show or sleep until 1 or 2. I'll do something in the wee hours. As long as I get my rest.
Okay.
I'm good because I do like staying up late. The way I have everything arranged here, it's just like beautiful. I'm not going to dog myself out, but I'll put some time in there. And with that, thing basically, then we can swing it every week. As long as that's a Friday night show, once we can do it. And sometimes it'll be shorter depending on how fatigued I am. But since I know what we have coming and what we do, because I want our evening shows to be regularly scheduled. Right now we're freestyling the evening shows.
Right.
We have those at a set time.
Yes.
On a Friday, the set time will also be a little comedy show. Because that way you'll know. Because I'm going to do some permanent graphics, right?
Right,
that we
right.
That say our morning show or your morning show is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it keep because YouTube plays with notifications, and I want to make some graphics that when we commit to it, that the evening show,
exactly,
which will talk about different things laid back, and sometimes we get fiery. Last night we said, "Oh, let's do an hour." We did 4 hours and 2 minutes.
I know,
and we said,
we said laid back and just. No direction, and what the hell happened?
I know. I got fired up.
Yeah, they lit the spark.
Yeah, if you hear me say GD,
I know. I know.
Oh, man, I'm
Several
embarrassed.
times.
Yeah, that's not my style, really.
I
You know
was
what I mean?
going for the soap. Trust me, I was going for the soap.
Oh, the soap. Oh, see, you made me think of that other song.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
I'll probably share that later on. Remind me about that.
No.
Yeah,
I
don't
was
turn around.
no,
You know, I used
no,
to change the words in the song, right? You know,
no.
that song that was the early 80s, the Commissar.
No,
Was
yeah, I
it
know.
this German word, you know, don't turn around. The
Mhm.
Commissar, something,
Mhm.
in the
Mhm.
gym, I made everybody drop their weights when I busted out with the way I changed that song around. Y'all want to hear it or you want to wait for later
No,
on?
we want to hear it. Give them something to laugh at as we roll out of
Here
here.
we go. Look, okay. You say your so longs, your last words, and we'll say what we say, and I'll change. First of all, let me find it so I can drop it in the room so they can play the song and be messed up as later on. I'm gonna put it in there. We're gonna end on a laugh.
Oh my
Let
God.
me make sure that it's the right one because there's one where they speak in the language. Um,
Mm.
okay, I'm gonna mute myself for a second because I'm gonna play this. I don't want this to interfere with the copyright. Okay, hold on one second.
Okay.
I think this is it. Still here. Hold on. You
I'm
can talk a
here.
little bit.
I'm here. I think it's a little bit more extreme, JE. You know, but it's in the same category. Yeah. Let's see. Hi, Sister Miko. How you doing? We're getting ready to end the show actually, but you know, you can go back and listen as you know. Hope all is well with you. Let's see. Who else is here? I don't know what Brother Lance is looking for, but listen, guys, this was really great. We've had a wonderful week together. We had some laughs. We had a good old belly laugh yesterday morning when I thought it was Friday. So today is actually Friday. It's the weekend. Yay! Make it a good day. You know, try your best to stay positive. Don't let anyone upset your peace as much as is possible.
Yeah, I
What?
got.
You got it?
Yeah, some of it got on the video, so I don't know. And I'm hearing. I have your sound up here. Let me turn it down. Let me drop this link of the song that I done jacked up when it came out. I think it was 1982 or 1983. But I have a weird talent of changing around the words of songs in a slightly lewd way, going back to the early 70s. I hear
Mm.
this first time and like come up with different words for it spontaneously and not realize the effect of what I shot out of my mouth. So just
Mm-mm.
this. I just dropped the link. If you want to hear this song, yeah, cool. We'll talk about that. Um, definitely. I mean, I do my own little graphics and stuff, but it's always nice to have somebody who has a different set of skills or something like that. So reach out to us and leave your
Right.
contact information with us on LanceScurv.com, on the email, lance@lancescurv.com, which is scrolling across the bottom. But like I said, you know, I had a knack for comically changing words of a song to the point where people are like, Lance, I ain't see you in 15 years, man. And I've been hearing that song. Every time I hear it, I think about you, man. It had me cracking up. I had to explain the whole story. You messed me up, you know, so. And there are other people who I don't know who I've heard sing the song or say it in public. Like, you know, I'm the one who changed it. It's you, you're Lance. So
Oh my gosh.
so one day I'm in the gym, you know, you got a lot of testosterone going on. And we had a couple of undercover gay guys that were there. They never flamed around us. They never acted any kind of way. We knew, but we didn't know, but we knew, right? And there were one or two who were there that we knew were, but they had no problem with you knowing because they still acted hetero.
Right.
And they weren't touchy with it. You can say like demeaning homo jokes and they'll laugh because they didn't like people who flamed either. But they
Right. Right.
understood, right? So we're playing the song. Play the song when you want, but I left it in the link. Let me know if you need it again.
Let
put
me
it.
just finish dropping these things, and then you can drop it again this way.
Okay. Oops, I just go ahead.
You did.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right, there's no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So I want y'all even to play the song. Maybe you know the beat and whatever, but the punchline of the song is in deep in this version. You may not hear it for a few minutes, but the way it goes is don't turn around. The commissar's in town. Right? Why? When the gay dudes walked out the gym, as soon as they did, everybody's training, all my buddies across the gym, and that song was playing as the gay guys walked out. And I busted out of nowhere with some kind of divine perverted intervention. And I said, don't drop the soap. They'll come inside your brown butthole. Go ahead, bro. Play the song. I know it's nasty, but I don't know where it came from. All you heard was weights. And they weren't, some were laughing and some were pissed. They were laughing, man. Lance, I was about to set a record. You messed me up. One guy grabbed his gym bag. He's like, I can't train no more, man. And he left. 2 or 3 guys left. Don't drop the soap. They'll come inside your brown butt. And I didn't even say the H in the thing. I said, but I'm sorry for being so nasty. But I gotta tell you the real me. So play that song and be forever best. So know the song. But that was what was playing in the gym. And everybody, every time it got to the point about five days later when it sunk in, there were guys who weren't there. Lance, I heard you made the song, but I was always changing the words around. At one point, we were all singing in the gym and laughing.
Y'all are a mess.
It was crazy. And the gay guys, one was insulted.
Oh, really?
Even they joined in, but they changed the words around. You know what they said? Don't turn around. Cause I'll come inside your. The whole thing, right? I'm like, oh damn, they one up me.
They one up you.
Me now. Oh man,
they'll one up you. Yes, indeed.
Play the song, y'all.
Kwame, I'm not the joke person. That is Lance's. That's Lance's area. Okay, that's not what I do.
I can't believe I shared that.
You shared it. You're a mess.
Me. Do you all still love me? You
no,
I'm
no,
like something like that. I just hear my soul. I like to laugh. You know what I mean? I've always been that guy.
No more respect for you, sir. No more respect.
And again, subscribe. Well, you're subscribed already, hopefully. But
yes.
Sign up for the LanceScurv email updates, which is independent of YouTube. So if they shut the channel down weekly, you'll get all the shows that we do on another platform, which will be on LanceScurv.com. So we'll be forever connected. And I share them out on Mondays, but I may make it late Sunday if I can remember to do that later on. I have a bunch of things I have to do. Anyway.
Anyways, I'm all done.
It's your show,
It's my show. All I'm gonna say is thank you so much again, Brother Lance. This was a phenomenal week, both morning and evening.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, it has been. Thank you.
Yes, it has been, and you are my forever guest. And I'm so thankful for you.
I'm like that person who has a lifetime invitation to be able to come over and sit on the couch and be that Negro on the couch.
Yes.
Who's that? Lance won't pay no money. He could always come here.
Yes.
No questions asked.
Kwame, we will be, all things being equal and well, we will be back later on. That's the whole point of us talking. We're gonna have we're gonna have several shows today, and we do not have a morning show on the weekend. This is a morning drive show, right? Monday through Friday. Thank you, Brother Lance. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thanks for the consistency. Take care.
Yes. All right. Much love, everybody. Play that song, y'all. Don't turn around. It is home. It is home. This is your home. I lost my love. My Lord is I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I my Lord is I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I my Lord is I lost my love. Got to do it again. honey. Thank you, Honey Johnson. Thank you so much, Honey Johnson.
Sun is rising, feel the warmth of my face. There's a lot to do now, but there ain't no race. I sip my coffee, I'm feeling fine. No need to work yet, I'm gonna take my time. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. Take a look out my window, see the birds in the trees. Their songs inspire me to sing a sweet melody. How do they do it? Not a care and so free. Wanna step into their world, who holds the key? It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way.